Hello, dreamers. So today I'm going to do a video about the chosen ones and why people are intimidated by you. So, the chosen ones. When we walk into a room, we exude this presence, literally, of confidence, right? Of confidence, of authority, of leadership, right? We have this presence about ourselves that kind of makes some people feel uncomfortable, but only if that person has some form of insecurity or something that they need to work on. Because we are a divine mirror, people. We are a divine mirror. We literally mirror to people what they want to be like. You know, we inspire others, right? I know people tell you that they're inspired by you, but you're going to have a lot of people that don't tell you that they're inspired by you, but they are. Because they don't have enough, what would I call it? They don't have enough, I don't want to say empathy, but more like confidence in themselves to be able to give someone else credit. You know what I mean? Because you have some people that will congratulate you, that will celebrate your successes with you, that are not intimidated by you, that, you know, admire you or not admire you, just, you know, recognize you for who you are. And they're comfortable with that because they're comfortable with themselves. But there are some people out there that are not so comfortable with themselves. So they have to hide. And they're literally hiding within themselves. Sorry, I always get tongue-tied. They literally hide within themselves. And when they see you, it brings something out of them that kind of makes them feel uncomfortable. So now in their uncomfortability, they want you to feel uncomfortable because they feel uncomfortable around you. They literally feel uncomfortable around you, and they cannot stand to be in the same room as you. And I want you to understand that you're going to have people that's going to recognize and celebrate you, but then you're going to have those that don't. You're going to have those that kind of do it because everything is on a spectrum. And you have many different variations of people, personality types, characteristics, and traits, right? So you're going to meet all different type of people. But I feel like if you've clicked on this video, it's because you have been facing some adversity. You've been facing some adversity with people outside of yourself, and you feel like it's toxic. You feel like it's toxic. And you don't like toxicity to enter into your peace. Thumbs up if I'm right. You don't like anyone to interfere with your peace. So when this toxicity presents itself, of course, as a chosen one, you're automatically trying to figure out, like, what could I have done differently in the situation? How could I have prevented this? Because you more than likely are someone that takes accountability for your actions. You're accountable. So you're going to turn inward and you're going to basically, you know, try and figure this stuff out. But right now, I think if you clicked on this video, you're probably figuring out that this is not me. This has nothing to do with me. This is this person, because you probably haven't did anything wrong. You probably haven't did anything at all wrong. You've been respectful. You've been kind. You've been loving. You've been warm. You've been you. But because you've been you, they don't like it. Because it doesn't resonate with them. It triggers their demons. It triggers their demons. Because they see you as prey. when you think about it, okay, so it could get so deep. This can get so deep. They see you as prey. And sometimes it's not consciously, it's unconsciously that they see you as prey, right? So they know that you're vulnerable. And vulnerable is a very strong trait to have, vulnerability. That's like, what's the opposite of vulnerability? Guarded. You have somebody on this side of the fence that's just extremely guarded, don't let nobody in, don't have no emotions, whatever. Then you on the other side, the other extreme, you have somebody that's completely vulnerable, loving, kind, compassionate, and open to love and people and ideas and everything. Creativity, open to life. Then you have those that are closed off to life because they may have had to be closed off for a long time. Imagine going through childhood trauma. Imagine dealing with in the prison system. Imagine just going through adult trauma, being in the army, or being in the service. It's so many different variables that can create this mentality or this sense of guardedness, right? So they're guarded for many, many, many different reasons, whatever the case may be. But you're on the opposite side. You're so open to life for whatever the reason may be. Maybe because you had a great childhood. You had something that was stable and secure that others may not have had, right? You had it don't matter if you was raised by your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, whatever. You had a stable environment. So that helps you grow in a way to help you be more open. That could be one variable, but it could be many others. Maybe you had a lot of people to inspire you. Maybe you just grew up in a great family, or maybe because you're just optimistic, right? It could be so many different variables, right? So you have that's open, optimistic, vulnerable. Then you have someone that's closed off, guarded. These two different people, they're going to clash. And that's what happens. So it's like, in a way, you kind of attracted this situation. You did. Because you need to learn boundaries. And it's funny because COVID-19 is teaching us the ultimate boundary. So I feel like that's something that we are all facing in this world. Like not being able to keep boundaries with people. It's just kind of blurring in. And that's why you have COVID, run around killing folks, making people sick in order to teach them to just give somebody some space. Give somebody some space, right? So we have all this stuff in our external showing us what we need to work on inside, right? Everything is a mirror if you look at it from a growth perspective, right? If you're looking at it from a growth perspective, you want to grow, you want to develop. So you're going to take accountability. You're going to figure out what you could have done differently. You're going to figure out what the lesson is for me to learn. This is your thinking, chosen one. This is your thinking. I already know. I'm in tune with you. I know. I am you. I know. Right? So, you have these two different energies just clashing. One is just guarded and went through a lot. And not saying that this person couldn't go through trauma, because remember, there's a lot of different variations. Pretty much everybody can experience some trauma in this world. Just, it is what it is. Even if you were traumatized just by seeing something on the media, somebody dying on the media, traumatizing. So everybody can experience some form of trauma. So necessary trauma does not make you guarded, but a lot of different other experiences can make you guarded too. On top of that. So a lot of people are dealing with a lot of compiled trauma. The compilation. The compilation. Man, it's compiled. And then you wonder why they're angry, why they're mad, why they're feeling some type of way. It's because it's in the inside, you know. I think as chosen ones, we although we're all given this ability to have strength, you know, we all have the capability to be anything we want to be, right? So we have this strength that allows us to be able to handle this adversity. And it's just coming at us because it's something that's in us that needs to grow. Just like it's something in them that needs to grow and develop so they can stop attracting it. You know? When you met with somebody that you have just extreme adversity with, the only thing you can really do is thank God for showing you another lesson. Look at it like that. Look at it as a lesson. Look at it as something you're supposed to learn from. That way you can graduate and you don't have to repeat it. When something's at a dissonance with you, you automatically know that's a learning lesson. What is it? What is this lesson? It may be hard. I must admit, it's going to be hard, chosen one, to kind of just try and learn the situation and step outside of your feelings. Because that's boundaries. You sometimes got to have boundaries within. You got to sometimes have boundaries within. And that's within yourself, like with your thinking. You got to sometimes stop your mind. Like, mind, we ain't going for that today. That's a boundary with your thinking. You can have boundary with your emotions. Like, you know what? This emotion is not fitting me right now. So I'm going to detach from this emotion and I'm going to do something, you know, in order to feel better. Right? In order to feel better. So all of this is a learning process. That's all it is learning and lessons. We all came here to teach lessons. To learn lessons and to teach lessons. Either you're going to get it or you're going to repeat the cycle. Repeat the cycle. And you don't want to continuously repeat the same cycle because you won't be able to experience more of life if you're in this same cycle. You're not going to be able to experience life. Look at this. This is a cycle. But if you notice the painting behind me, right, there's breaks, right? But it's not like these, it's like these are the breaks. There's breaks in cycles. It's like you go from this cycle to this cycle to this cycle to this cycle, but it's going in a cycle and it's expanding. And that's what you do. You expand, you grow. Everything here is to teach you how to survive. It's just like a plant. A plant, if it's not getting watered and nourished, it's going to find a way to survive because that's an adversity. It's going to find a way to thrive. And that's what you're doing. You're thriving. And when people are thriving at a lower vibrational energy, it's a dissonance. Oh, no, because it seems like they're far away from you. Look at these ridges. From this lesson to this lesson, it's like this much of a gap, right? Bam. But imagine this lesson to this lesson. It's like this much of a gap. It's like the further you're away from someone, the more adversity you may feel. But if that other person is willing to learn with you, it can be a beautiful experience. It can be a beautiful experience. But life isn't all roses. and posies. Got little poppies in there too. I'm just kidding. And cactus. But, oh my goodness. Listen, chosen one. You're here to learn, grow, and develop. You're going to face some adversity. You're destined to. That's what you came here for. You know you're going to face adversity so you can learn it, so you can grow, so you can develop, so you can help more people, so you can do more things. Don't let this little bit of nothing shake you. Just because people, when you walk into their presence, they're intimidated, you know, and feeling some type of way, and now want to project these feelings on top of you, don't mean you have to take on those emotions. You got to have boundaries within yourself, with others. You need boundaries. Set them. Find a book on boundaries. I know there's a lady named Nedra Tawwab. Nedra. Tawwab, Twaab, I believe. She has a book on boundaries. You guys, I thank you for watching. If you have not already, please subscribe. Please subscribe so we can start talking more, doing more things together. What topics do you guys want to hear about? Comment below. I've been reading you guys' comments. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Y'all here with me. Y'all understand me. And I understand you. So we need to start setting these boundaries. We got to stop letting people get to us because they're trying to project their emotions onto us. No. We don't have time for those low vibrational energies or energy vampires. Either we're going to learn together, or I'm going to set a boundary and gotta go. That's my lesson. Set a boundary. Set a boundary. I think the first step would be to try to work with this person, try to see, communicate, and learn and grow with this person. That's the ideal way. But sometimes it's not like that. Sometimes people can't stand you. They don't even know why they can't stand you. They can't even tell you why. They can't stand you so much they say they can't, they say they can stand you and they have no problem with you. But they clearly have a problem with you. And you can tell. And they know. And you know. But it ain't no problem. Like, you will be confused. Confused with these narcissists. You'll be confused. So, I thank you all for watching. And I appreciate all of your time. And until next time, dreamers, dream. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So, listen. I just want you all to know that they're going to step into your face. They're going to act like they're your friend. They're going to realize that they can't stand you because you intimidate them. And they see something in you that they want to be like, but they can't. And it makes them sick every time they see you. You're going to have a lot of those. And it's okay. Because that lets you know that you are recognized. You are recognized. They recognize you. You continue to be who you are. You continue to be nice, encouraging, uplifting, being a friend to others. Continue to be yourself. And don't let this adversity get you to a point where it's bothering you mentally. You know what I mean? Like, if it's starting to take up your headspace, it's an issue. And I know more than likely it's because you have not set a boundary yet. Even if it's a boundary with yourself, like I was just explaining earlier. Boundaries are very important. Let's look in the Merriam Dictionary. Let's see what boundary means. The many different variations of boundaries. Bound. Oh, wow. This is deep. Okay. Boundary. Aries. Something that marks or fixes a limit or extent as of territory. So when you think about territory, you think about your energetic field, right? You have your own territory where people should not be able to cross it without your consent. It's your property. It's your energetic field. And the more you're allowing people into your energetic field, the more they're going to get to you. And your energetic field includes your thoughts. So you need to build a territory. And I would say it's about arm length. You know, it's about arm length. Right? Arm length. It's about 6 feet. 9 feet. I would say 9 feet, right? That's your energetic field, right? No one should be able to come within 9 feet of you unless you accept their energy and what they're about. Unless, of course, you have no way of avoiding them. But you should be able to 9 feet. 9 feet. Nine feet. So this territory is our limits, right? And we have to understand that we have borders. Our energetic fields has borders. And it has limits. But if we're allowing all types of energy forces within our energy field, within our territory, we're not able to protect ourselves fully. We're not able to fully protect ourselves. How can you protect yourself allowing so many people into your energetic fields? You don't know these people. And that's why when the honeymoon phase kind of goes away within a relationship that you have and you see the person for who they are, you know, it's like, dang, you all confused and they've been so much in your energy field now that you really have this attachment to them. Some people are like, they'll get close to you to draw themselves back and make you feel some type of way. I'm going to do a whole video on that. Some people get close to you just to withdraw themselves. Simply because when you're in someone's energetic field for a long time, you get what I mean? Like, you kind of formulate ties, energetic ties. That's why you can't stop thinking about a person. You can't stop dreaming about a person, you know? Because you got this energetic connection. You got to be able to cut them cords. Spiritually, physically, mentally. It's always 3 levels. I'm just sitting here pondering and pondering. This is what I do. I like to really think about things in a deeper perspective, and it helps me, like, when I understand things, I know how to solve it. So knowing how to solve, just knowing that I know how to solve it, I've solved it. Literally. Just knowing that, you know, I done solved it. Because I know I can solve it. Once I figure out the solution, I know I can solve it. Energetic fields. Quit letting people come in within 9 feet of you. You got to cut ties with people. You got to set those boundaries until you truly get to know that person. And the more consistent they become, the more loving, and you feel it within people. Because 9 out of 10, if you're a chosen one and you have some adversity with someone right now, when you first met them, you already knew something was off. You knew it. But people wear these masks and they want you to believe that they're this, but they're really not. People don't understand. People are out here wearing masks. They are one way with this person, one way with that person. They only portraying to you what they believe you want them to portray in order to make you feel good. So when you, well, not you. So when, no, it would be you. So when you realize that this person ain't who they are, which is right after the honeymoon period kind of wanes off, you feeling duped. But you knew from the beginning. You already knew from the beginning that something was up with this person because you felt it. Your intuition told you. You're intuitive. You're a chosen one. This is who you are. But you didn't trust it because you want to give people the benefit of the doubt. Because you don't want to judge people. You don't want to judge a book by its cover. Not the chosen one. Chosen one want to give everyone a fair shot. But sometimes you have to understand that you have that intuition and that feeling for a reason. And that's to protect you. That's your survival instinct. So you know when somebody ain't good. That's in your DNA. It's in your genetics. You know when something off. You know when something off. But you got this. I feel like you all have the strength to pretty much learn any lesson. Deal with any type of adversity. You got it. So I'm going to just end the video there. I appreciate you guys, coming and watching this video. I know it kind of got a little bit, slower towards the end, but that's on purpose because we need to kind of really sit back and think about things. You don't need information always coming at you fast. You sometimes need to process it. I call it turtle brain. You have to sometimes process it. So that's why I like to give it to you at a certain pace. Like I like to inspire you, get you going. Woo, let you process it. You got to process it. So I appreciate all of you for watching. If you have not already, please subscribe. If you like this video, if you got anything good out of this video, like it, comment. Let me know how you guys are feeling. I truly appreciate you. I do. This helped me just as much as it helped you. So I appreciate you, right? And that's all, folks. Until next time, dreamers. Dream.